has released 6 more Israeli hostages as part of a ceasefire deal reached to pause the 16-month Gaza war as heightened tension casted a cloud over the truce agreement's future. The 6 men are the last surviving captives from a group of 33 freed in the first stage of the Gaza ceasefire deal that came into effect on January 19, and around 60 more hostages, less than half of whom are believed to be alive, are still in Gaza. These men were trapped by Hamas from the site of Nova Music Festival in southern Israel during the group's October 7, 2023 attack, and they were handed over to the Red Cross to be transported to Israeli forces from central Gaza's Nusayrat. So viewers, we know this is the final stage of the first phase of the ceasefire deal that has been struck between Hamas and Israel, and now Hamas has released 6 more hostages, and more of these will be released in the future phases. But meanwhile, for further updates, Brian Thomas is joining us on the telecast. Brian, what exactly are the details coming in terms of this ceasefire deal and now the 6 more hostages that have been released by Hamas?
Well, Ria, definitely now the Israeli military has confirmed that Hamas has released the sixth and the final hostages in the latest exchange. And these hostages also, who has now returned to Israel, has not been even officially identified so far. But now it is believed to be a 36-year-old Hisham al-Sayed, a Bedouin Israeli with a history of mental illness who entered Gaza voluntarily in 2015, had been also been held since then. Earlier in the day, also 5 other hostages were also released at a state ceremony in central Gaza's Nusayrat, which is a practice both Israeli and Red Cross have previously condemned. Now, among them were also 3 Israeli men in their 20s. And also, very importantly, they were also, when they were released, they were, smiling. They had the big smiles as well. Meanwhile, in Israel, also the families, the friends cheered as they saw the people, first time since the very, abduction as well. And this latest release also follows the initial phase of the ceasefire, which has seen 25 Israeli hostages freed. And in return, also, Israel will also release over 600 Palestinian prisoners, including 50 serving life sentences, 60 with long-term sentences, 47 who had been released in a prior exchange but were re-arrested, and for 45 detainees by Israeli forces also in Gaza since the very war has broken and erupted.
All right.